Hi guys, welcome again. I apologize that I am like one video behind. I had 4 sick kiddos for the past 2 weeks and I was exhausted. I could not find time to make this other video, and then I got sick with a migraine, and that put me down in bed for almost a week. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for supporting and for showing love. Um, like I said, it has been a great adventure to do this and a great journey. There has been already people that have been benefiting from the videos, and they're thanking me, and they're looking forward to the next one just so that they can get a little glimpse of hope, perhaps. I know that some of you are watching, and I appreciate you very much. I hope that something that I say inspires you not only to change, but to know that you are not alone and that no one could ever take your place, that you are so important and that you can do this too. I left off the other video with I think I had moved in with my boyfriend, the one that was really nice. So I moved in with his family after his mom, who had been a nurse, helped me to feel better or to know what to do after an attempt again at suicide. And so I moved in with him the next day, believe it or not, right away. I didn't hesitate. So it was nice living with them. I got to experience what a real family was supposed to be like. They were very close together, and they loved each other very much and supported each other in everything. And he had about, I want to say, 4 sisters living in the house at the time, and 3 brothers, including himself and his parents. Anyway, they're amazing people. They're lovely people, and so it was nice. It was a nice experience living there, and they treated me well. They were very kind, and I was just very grateful. Throughout this journey, I was a member of the church. So remember, I got to show them who I was and what I did and what I like to do, and I got to kind of just let them see for themselves and learn a little bit about the gospel. And I was still very much involved in the gospel in the church, so I attended my ward and did my callings, and I invited my boyfriend at the time, and he was like, sure, why not. He joined not too long after that, after taking the missionary lessons. I was super excited. I think up to this date, I still have the video of the baptism. It was a wonderful baptism because it turned out that his siblings wanted to join him as well. So it was like a huge event. I couldn't believe myself that they were taking upon themselves the decision to do that. It was nice to know that I was a little instrument in the eyes of God, and that I was able to be an example and to help them and guide them into what could potentially have changed their lives, which it truly did amazingly. Some of them have served missions throughout the country, even outside the country. They have attended BYU, they have married in the temple, they have beautiful children, beautiful families, and they continue to grow and flourish and just turn into even better people. And it is an honor to watch them improve in their life, and to see that. I will forever be thankful to them. So after I lived there for some time, and my boyfriend decided to join the church, and he got so into the gospel. One day he says to me that he wanted to serve a mission. So I was like, what? How dare you leave me for God? Like, we're supposed to get married. Like, this is it for us. Come on, like, you can't leave. So I just kind of like refused to let him go. After he talked to me for so many times and explained me that it was his heart's desire to do this, I kind of just, I couldn't just like hold him hostage. So I just had to let him go. I guess deep down I was hurt because I felt that I was like, not betrayed, but I was left again to be alone on my own, and that's what I never wanted to experience again. Come on, nobody wants to ever experience that. So I was still very young. Remember, I was like late 18. So he decided to leave. He got his calling to go to Mexico City, and he packed his bags and he left, and it was a harsh goodbye, and I had to just stay there for a few weeks just to kind of get myself together and see where I would go next and what I would do next and who would take me in next or where I would end up next. And that was just a little hard because I didn't want to end up in the wrong place or with the wrong people, or you just never know, I guess. So I ended up going. He ended up going, and I stayed for about 2 weeks after that. And it was, before he left, we lived in, I guess what you would call a normal life. I didn't really have like bad episodes of suicidal thoughts and such. But there was, I noticed in our relationship, we had a very, I guess what I could call it, dramatic relationship. And full of drama and full of confrontation and arguing and bickering and fighting. But I realized that it wasn't him, it was me. I had issues, obviously, from my upbringing. So I had issues accepting love. I had issues giving love the right way. I had an issue of not only depression, anxiety, panic attacks. I still had an issue of cutting. So when things didn't go right or my way in the relationship, I kind of threw a big fit. And it just wasn't pretty. Let's just say that I made sure that it got really nasty and really ugly really fast, because I didn't know why. To me, that was normal, that I would react that way, and it was normal that I would have that attitude. Although I didn't understand why I was always always facing challenge after challenge, arguments, fights, and confrontations. And I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was the people around me. I thought that it was their fault and that they just needed to change, and that somehow I ended up finding people that were confrontational, I guess, or had issues with me. I guess I just failed to take responsibility for my actions, and I didn't know that I needed to. And I think all that comes with the territory of growing up with a background like that. I just wasn't aware. I suffer from migraines, from nightmares, from all kinds of nasty things, and I didn't know what to do or in what direction to go. So after he left, I ended up getting a job, a full-time job at a mortgage company as a receptionist. and it was a really good job. The people were awesome. It paid well. I had my own car that he helped for me to have, and I was able to find a place to live. I was able to get a second job. I did modeling for a few, not even for a few years, for about a year and a half. I got to do some fun jobs at the Luxor, at the casinos. I got to do some shootings for a magazine for the Teletubbies. I don't know if you guys remember those weird, whatever you call them. Anyway, it was a fun little side job, and I got paid well, and I guess I didn't know what I was doing, you know. I was just kind of going with the flow of my life for the remaining of the time that I had to move out of his house. I was still going to raves because during my youth, after I left home, I started to going to raves more. That's like the underground party scene, if anyone's watching and you don't know what that is. And I used to do, like, I got into illegal car racing, and I would race my little car. Maybe because it looked like a little Fast and the Furious car, I don't know. But I just kind of went a route that was much different than what I wanted. But I was just bored, and I was surrounded by people. I needed to be surrounded by people so that I wouldn't feel so alone. And yet, when I would end up alone at night, I could feel that emptiness. It was just, it's crazy how life works. And so, after that, I still kept going to church. I still kept trying my best. I still kept doing the best that I could. And one day, his younger sister tells me, hey, there's a party or something. How about we head over there, and just for some fun, there's like some of my friends over there. I'm like, sure, why not? Your brother, my ex-boyfriend, just left to another country. I'm here alone. What am I supposed to do? I'm bored in your house. You're here. You're inviting me. Let's go have some fun. So we get to this, it was a sweet 16, to be honest, to be clear, and I guess you'll just have to find out in the next video who was there that just totally rocked my world and has ever since. I will have an awesome intro for the next video. You can't miss it. It's very special to me. And so that will be the next chapter of my 18, 19, beginning 19. And things kind of get a little fun and rocky after this, but it gets really interesting, and you'll see where and why I have learned so much, and what has helped me. Thank you guys for watching again, and for tuning in. I appreciate you all again, and have a safe night. I will see you soon.